These steak queso nachos are some of the best nachos I've ever made. And let me show you how I made them. First, I had to pick up some Good Foods all natural canned goods. I really like them because the ingredient list is simple, ain't no chemicals in them. When it comes to the steak meat for the nachos, I kind of wanted to have a little bit of flavor, like more than just salt and pepper. Maybe something like a fajita flavor. So that's why I use like the orange, the lime, the soy sauce and things like that. I also got like a skirt steak type meat. The butchers call it arrachera. I really don't know how to pronounce it, so please don't kill me in the comments. But we're gonna marinate that for about 4 hours. Now we're gonna grate our cheese that we're gonna use for our queso later. So I chose Monterey Jack and Chihuahua quesadilla cheese. Those are two of my favorite cheeses. And next we're gonna work on the guacamole. Now when it comes to making guacamole, I'm not a fan of putting powdered seasoning in it. I really like putting as many fresh ingredients into my guacamole as I can when I make it. So we're gonna add some tomato, some lime juice, some chopped onions, some chopped tomato, some grated garlic, some avocados. Now, when it comes to making guacamole, I know a lot of people have their own recipes or the way they like to make it. So feel free to use your recipe or however you like to make it. And we're gonna mix it up until it gets to like a chunky but creamy consistency. That's my favorite consistency, y'all. I don't want no liquefied avocado guacamole. I want to feel some texture. I want to feel some chunk. One thing I've noticed when I get nachos, and I think to myself like, damn, these some good nachos. It's usually because they have a mixture of queso cheese and they have shredded cheese on them. So for this one, we're gonna make a queso cheese. We're kind of gonna make it like a rotel, but not like a rotel at all. We're just gonna use rotel in the queso to give it some tomatoes and some of that liquid cheese. That way we could pour it on top of our nachos and get that effect that I'm looking for, that cheese and that queso cheese. Also, one of the best characteristics nachos be having is cheese on every chip. Tell me I'm lying. So basically just build your nachos like it's lasagna. Chips, cheese, then bake it. Arrachera has really long grains in it. So what I like to do is chop it into like in sections with the grain and then turn it on the side and slice it against the grain. That way the grain is in little bitty chunks. Now that I think about it, the best part about making nachos at home is you could literally grab every single ingredient that your heart desires that you ever wanted to go on some nachos and you could put it on there. Can't nobody tell you no. Can't nobody charge you extra. Guacamole don't cost $10 extra for one scoop. You could do what you want. I'm talking about heavy sour cream, heavy cheese, heavy guacamole, heavy toppings, heavenly nachos.